We're live now.
Hello, it's Gadget Goddess. And
And this is Catwoman.
what did you call her? Your homegirl?
We are your homegirls of tech talking here on the Gadget Chats podcast.
Still
Welcome.
working through it. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, this is our second podcast. So this is our round two. We're still new to this, but still loving it.
I hope everybody's great today. I'm feeling fabulous. It is my 41st birthday, and
Woo!
I've just been having a great day.
Yay! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love your crown. It's so pretty.
It's so blingy, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's
For
got
those who are listening, you're not able to see it, but she is wearing on a gold tiara slash crown. The middle one is like a flower. It's so pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. I like your new ears as
Oh, thank you. Thank
well.
you. Just trying to match, Tana's vision when he created our logo.
Yeah, so that woman is displaying black ears with pink innards, kind of like the same pink of our logo.
Yeah.
So
Now we just got to get you a crown that looks like the one that's on the logo.
oh yeah, I saw a couple of those, and I was just like, right now this is just birthday representation. We'll get there. I'll get one
Hmm.
logo.
So, what have you been doing on your birthday? How's it been
Well,
going?
I'm currently at the beach with my son. We are enjoying fun in the sun for free, we shop and we eat, but outside of that, the free stuff is the beach and the pool, and we've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of that.
Hmm. Well, I can tell you really love the podcast because you're here on your birthday.
Oh, I enjoy all aspects of tech, and I enjoy spending time with you. So yes, I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, I feel so special.
I wish you were closer. We do them together, like in the same room. Wouldn't
Yeah.
that be
I know Mr. Catwoman, aka Cat Daddy's already asking when you're gonna come by again.
nice?
I'm like,
I
it'll happen, don't worry. I guess you enjoy sleeping on the couch.
I thought about that. I said I saw his post earlier, like you're the only person I sleep on the couch for, and I'm like, oh, he has a special place in my heart.
Yeah. So this podcast has been around for 7 days now, and there has been tremendous amount of growth.
It's
You
support,
guys are
yeah.
awesome. Yeah, just everybody's so supportive and nice. Um, so first and foremost, I'm going to share my screen because I want to show you guys just a bit of strides that we have already made. So we have a URL. If you go to www.gadgetchats.com. Oh, wait, no, there's no W. Take out the www.
www. It's just gadget chats.
Just Gadget Chats. Oh, I just spelled it wrong. One day I'll be able to spell right. Gadgetchats.com. So you go to gadgetchats.com, and then it takes you over to our anchor page where our podcast is being hosted. But on here, you'll also be able to see all the links to our social media, like our YouTube channel, our Twitter, our Facebook, and our Instagram. Also, all the other places that our Spotify is available. Sorry, that our podcast is available. So we are currently available on Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn. So those are all the podcasts that we are currently available on. There are other ones that we're going to be available for, like Overcast and things like that. It's just we're waiting for the
Approval.
anchor to
Um,
go in there and create the accounts and everything like that. So yeah, this is our website.
yes, and
I
please
also
like and follow our Facebook page.
Yes, please like and follow our Facebook page, our social media, and everything if you want to get connected with us. Um, Also, we have 58 subscribers on our YouTube page, which is awesome. And we would really love to get to 100, because when you get to 100, you can customize your URL. So right now, our YouTube link is,
Huge.
youtube.com/channel/ a whole bunch of letters and numbers. So it would be nice if we can, have everything in sync and get a custom URL for us. So if you're here and you're thinking about our YouTube channel and you haven't yet subscribed, if you'd love to help us out, that's one way you could do so.
And we're not going to post a bunch of videos and spam you or anything. It's what you kind of want to see anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we post a video version of the podcast on YouTube and Facebook, and then we post the audio version on all of the podcast sections, and then Twitter we do like for announcements and stuff. Facebook, like I said before, the video, and then Instagram we use it to like just post silly pictures and stuff like that and what's going on.
Yeah, and a lot of people have asked because they're used to seeing us on live streams with Eric from Easy Computer Solutions on Wednesday. Like they feel like they've missed the podcast because they feel like it's going to be live. And we're like, no, we record it. If we were live, we feel like we'd have a lot of distractions in the chat and whatnot. And we said maybe at some point later on, we'll get to a point where we're like, okay, well, let's do a live stream. But right now, we're going to keep it where it is.
Yeah, we're not even editing this. So
right.
All the mistakes that we make, everything like that. Yeah, we're just being very candid. So that's everything in our ¿Qué pasa section. So now we'd like to shout out a creator. Her name is SpecTechular Gadgets. She is awesome. She has a YouTube channel, and that's where we, first started seeing her on YouTube. So just wanted to share her YouTube channel, subscribe to her. She has 1.k subscribers, so she's a small YouTuber, but her videos are really awesome.
She has tons of gadgets. She reviews things that, I like very different things. And she does imports. She does regular devices too. But, I like to see things that the normal person doesn't review. I think she reviewed a toilet one time, like a smart toilet.
Yeah.
So those kind of things are like, even if you're not interested in buying them, they are interesting to see. So
yes, absolutely.
And yeah, she's influenced me most definitely.
Oh man. What I love the most too about her is that her name is so punny. SpecTechular. Gadgets, like the way it's spelled and everything. I'm like, oh, this is a pun. I love it.
Yeah. It's like, where did she pull this from? But it's awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as you can see here, she reviewed a lamp recently. She gave her thoughts on the Samsung Galaxy A80. She showed footage about her dash cam, just awesome things. And then also she has her Twitter. All of this information is going to be linked down in the description. So yeah, definitely hit her up on Twitter. She's hilarious. And then she also has an Instagram as well. Look at her. Woohoo!
And she has merch. So
yes, she does.
Funny merch you can also get on Amazon.
Mm-hmm. I have her shirt in pink.
I am getting one next month. Hey, SpecTechular Gadgets is like family for us. So
yeah, absolutely. So we just wanted to give her a shout out.
And go follow her page.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of following pages and shout outs, she most definitely influenced me to get this A80. And I've been pleasantly surprised by this phone.
Nice.
I can't even say I've had it a week, but I didn't really think the camera would be able to hold its own with my Huawei. And they are really pretty neck and neck. And for what the Huawei goes for price-wise and what this cost me, $500, it's amazing. So whereas I thought if I don't like this phone, I can sell it and probably at least make my $500 back, I'm thinking about keeping it. Yeah, because Huawei has some things coming down the pike too. So it's just like, it might be better to sell my P30 Pro now and just wait and see what Huawei does if they come out with the Mate 30X, which
Mm-hmm.
is the phone I want, then at least
Yeah.
I'd have that money sitting there versus, oh, I got to sell a phone and my P30 Pro is dropped in value. At least I could sell it now and still get a decent amount of money for it. So that's where I'm at with it. But they came out with an update yesterday too. So it's just like, it's rough. It's a rough area. But $500 in today's market isn't
Yeah.
too bad for a phone.
Definitely in today's market.
And it's just, I took this phone to work, and I all I did for my coworkers was this, and they said, I want
Ooh.
that phone. As soon as I
So
did
for
that,
those who are listening, the camera flips up when she does a selfie.
right.
So the back camera turns into the front camera, which is awesome.
But the fact that that mechanic by itself, they
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen the pictures it takes or anything like that, and they were like, "Oh, I need that phone. How much did it cost? Can I get one?" And
When
for
you
the
told them
most,
the price, what did they say?
oh, they were all in, but one of them has Sprint and the other one has
Mm,
Verizon. So it's just
yeah,
like, we
yeah.
can't. It's not,
It's only CDMA, right?
it's only GSM. There's CDMA. So it's just like,
Yeah, that's what I noticed too about like a lot of imports. They do CDMA. So I'm just gonna share some of the lovely pictures.
oh, well, my unboxing.
Yeah, from your unboxing. Wow, that screen is bright. Does it feel
Yeah.
like? Does it look really bright?
I had to lower that, but you can't, you have to set it up. So I had to deal
Yeah.
with the brightness until I got it set up.
Oh my goodness. And then we have this picture over here, which is the Vox 880.
Yeah, I
Nice.
the gold is actually pretty hard to find, but it's pretty close to pink.
Yeah. And they
I
call
didn't
it
want
angel
white.
gold.
They call it angel gold because all angels wear pink, right?
Mm-hmm. I know if my ears were any bigger, I'd be able to fly. It could be my wings. It does. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. And I see you taking a picture of it with your um which one is that camera? The
Pink,
P30
pink
Pro?
30, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
'Cause I
It's
wanted to show
oh
it in all its glory. I have an iPhone, but I just don't feel like the iPhone takes great quality pictures. I know a lot of people
mhm.
will disagree with me on that, but
Yeah.
the video from the iPhone is outstanding. The
Mm-hmm.
pictures, I could take them or leave them.
Yeah. That angel gold does look like a almost like a rose gold, but toned down with like peachy undertones. And
The
then when the light
actual
hits
edges,
it, it's a little bit yellow from the gold.
the edges are rose gold. So when
Oh, the edges are.
yes. So
Oh,
my coworker said, "Did you add the edges to that phone? Like, is that something you did?" And I'm like, "No, it's trimmed in rose gold." So
oh, whoever designed that, yo, they knew how to do it. They
and
knew how to do it.
that's why I'm somewhat disappointed in a note. But yes, the case
Yeah.
that came with it is pink. So it's just like,
Oh, okay. So it's like a pinky.
yeah.
Nice. Have you found it like getting dirty or anything? The case?
I didn't use the case. Okay. I have a TPU. Clear. I
Okay.
wanted something clear because I want to show off all of its glory.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
Yeah.
So you could show it off.
But I have noticed that sometimes with this TPU, if it goes up too far, when I go to flip the camera, I can't really make it do it now. But when I go to flip the camera up, the case can get in the way.
Okay. Is it because you're holding it and then slowly it pushes it up a little bit, a little bit, a little bit?
Well, it might be that I stuck it in my purse. Let's say I
Hmm.
stuck it down in my purse. See if I can make it do it now. If I stick it down in my purse, yeah, see it went halfway. But
Hmm.
that's due to the case, not due to the phone itself.
Hmm.
But if I mess with it, it automatically shuts itself back in.
Okay.
And it's got the same drop feature that the OnePlus has, to where it feels itself free falling, it closes itself back up, and then it comes back out again. Like,
Hmm.
oh, we felt you falling, but do you want the camera to work now?
Hmm. So you're rocking three phones now, right? You're rocking the Samsung
This
A80, the
isn't gonna
P30
last
Pro.
long. I don't see how people do it.
Yeah.
I am down at the beach and I have three phones, and it's just way too much to carry. Like, I have
Yeah,
a
and then you have the
backpack.
gold Samsung, not Samsung, Apple iPhone at 10s Max, right?
Yep, and the P30 Pro. And I just feel like it's way too much to carry around, way too much to keep up with. One iOS and one Android is a peaceful place for me.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get back to that at some point in time.
Yeah, to just two.
Yes,
With
I'm
the Mate
testing out a visible
30X.
thing.
Oh,
So,
you're testing out a visible SIM. How's
yeah.
that going so far? If you want to share.
Oh, it's so far so good. I had one incident here at the beach, and I said, okay, I'm gonna order me a frappuccino from Starbucks. I opened the Starbucks app, put my order in, and as soon as I send it,
Mm-hmm.
spinning, 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 spinning.
Oh,
So I closed the app all the way out, went back in, ordered again. I had to go through this sequence the fourth time it took. By that time, I'm
wow.
at Starbucks. So I can't just go in and pick up my drink at that point. I got to go and sit down and wait for them to make my drink. So it's like I should have just waited till I got there to make my order.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
the one incident I've had. But I've had it on for less than a week. So
mm-hmm.
it will work for
You have a
someone.
lot of patience. 4 times? That's a lot of times to go through.
Well, I wanted my Starbucks. But at the same time, I'm a power user. My son's not. So I
Mm-hmm.
got him one. And once you sign up, if I recommend it to other people, I'll get a credit if they sign up.
Yeah.
So like my son is good to go for another couple months because other people have signed up under me. So
Okay.
his bill is going to be $20 a month. So he's not a power user. It's Verizon's network.
Yeah.
So calls and stuff, fantastic. It's free hotspotting. It's yeah, it's unlimited talking, text, and data. Free hotspot, $40 a month. You can't really
Mhm.
beat it. And I was
Yeah.
paying $35 a month for his iPad to have unlimited data because
Yeah.
he couldn't have talking text on his iPad. So I'm trading one for another. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'd rather have it to where he can hotspot and stuff. So he's still using his iPad with his iPhone.
Yeah. When you finish getting the credits for his $20 one, how much is the bill going to be going forward?
40.
40. Okay, that's not bad. That's really good.
No. $40 a month regular. And if you get credits from friends, and right now they're doing a special to where on top of those credits, they'll give you a gift card to Amazon. So I don't know if
Oh.
that's just for the rest of the month of August or what, but
Yeah.
for all the people who sign up then. But like I said, I haven't had any issues with them. And you can pick your own phone number. So you can either port in, or I signed him up and he didn't have a phone number. So they gave me a list of like 10 phone numbers to pick from. I'm picked the easiest number out because I want something I can memorize and he can
Yeah.
memorize.
Mm-hmm.
And so, it's kind of like my number starts off with a 3-number sequence. So it's just like his is the same way. So
Yeah.
basically, you just need to remember those last 4 digits if you know the area code.
Yeah, you definitely think things through, but like instead of just getting him into it, you think about how is he gonna use it, how much is he gonna use it, things of that nature. That's awesome. I'm sure he appreciates it.
Well, I think it was a battle until today. Today was the day that they cut off his iPad. I can
Mm,
appreciate that AT&T did send me an email 30 minutes prior to cutting his iPad off saying, hey, you have 30 more minutes and then this
okay.
is going to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so after that 30 minutes, he was just like, oh, I can't use my iPad. I said, yes, you can. And so we set up his phone for the
Mm-hmm.
hotspot. I let him see how all that works. So if he's on his own, he can go in, tap it, turn on his personal hotspot. His password is something he will remember. And so he can go through, log into his iPad, and he's good to go. But I told him you have to have both together. You can't leave the phone at the room like you've been doing all week. You got
Yeah.
to take both.
Mm-hmm. So is there a range for where the hotspot is? Is it like a regular Bluetooth range, like 33
Yeah.
feet or something? Okay.
But yeah, so far so good. But like I said, we just started today. He did disconnect one time when we were in Carrabba's, but I want to say I had bad service in Carrabba's too, so it might have been a service thing.
Yeah.
I
That
have
might have just been
T-Mobile.
hard.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm. The Verizon might not be strong at Carrabba's.
nobody might not be strong in Carrabba's. T-Mobile, it told me, well, this was my import. I did my P30 had service, but my import was like, you don't have service right now. So it doesn't have ton bands. We'll see how that works out. But
Carrabba's is like, see, you should have just sat down and ate your food.
yeah,
Stop
why are
trying to
you
figure
trying to
out
post on
service.
social media?
Exactly.
But hey, social media was clutch this morning for my birthday. So my son, this is a funny story. Try to make this quick and brief. We walk in, we sit down, and the hostess who sat us was just like, she looks over at my son and she says, "Oh, you're Camden." I'm like, "How does she know my son, right?"
Yeah.
She was just like, "Your son follows our page on social media. We follow him back. He's very funny and entertaining." And I'm like, but the fact that they remembered him, like,
Oh.
this restaurant caters to the autistic. My son has autism. So it's just like,
Hmm.
that's really sweet that they followed him back and they watch his videos. Like,
Oh.
okay. So he turns to her and he's like, "Yeah, we love Johnny D's." And she was like, "Yeah, y'all come pretty regularly because he posts his food like I do. So he's just as bad as me." And so he says, "Yeah, it's my mom's birthday." And she says, "Oh, well, happy birthday." We eat our food. The waitress comes over and she says, "Well, Maria took half off your ticket because it was your birthday." This is my son mentioning it, just in conversation. And
Yeah.
so, where do two people eat for $14 for breakfast at a great spot? No,
Yeah.
that doesn't happen. So, yeah, we ran about a $30 tab at a breakfast spot, but they donate so much of their proceeds to autism. The
Yeah.
food is great. It's totally worth it.
Oh, that's such a great story. I'm glad you had great customer service. I love hearing about people having great customer service and just being cared for it and having that attention to detail. And it's on your birthday.
Yeah,
Yay.
it was really nice. It
Yeah.
warmed my heart. It kicked off my birthday in the right way.
Yeah. Absolutely. I love the little Pepe Le Pew that we sent each other on Twitter.
So loving.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my three phones, birthday, everything into one kind of story with the A80 included.
No, that's awesome. So let's get into some articles.
Yes, please.
All right, so let's kick it off with this first one here. Let me just bring it up. So the title of it says Massive Biometric Security Flaw Exposed More Than 1 million fingerprints. No! Yeah, so this is the article. So it says the system used by banks, police, and defense companies has been breached. And so, a biometric system used by banks, UK police, and defense companies has suffered a major data breach, revealing the fingerprints of more than 1 million people, as well as unencrypted passwords, facial recognition information, and other personal data. Now, the fact that they even had passwords unencrypted in their system just lets you know that they weren't, doing the right thing. So it's called BioStar 2, the biometric lock company managed by security company Suprema, uses fingerprints and facial recognition technology to give authorized individuals access to buildings. Last month, the platform was integrated into another access system, AEOS, which is used by 5,700 organizations across 83 countries, including the UK Metropolitan Police. The security flaw was picked up by Israeli researchers Noam Rotem and Ran Lokar from VPN review service VPN Mentor. In a routine network scan conducted last week, the pair found that BioStar 2's database was publicly available and that by manipulating URL search criteria, they were able to access nearly 28 million records and 23 gigabytes of data, including fingerprints, facial recognition data, passwords, and security clearance information. So, um,
I want to play
the
devil's advocate with this a little bit. Only
yeah, we
because
only have three more paragraphs to go, and then
okay.
the article is done. And by the way, the Guardian did a really good job with this.
Yeah.
So it says, speaking to the Guardian, Rodham said that the flaw meant he could change data and add new users, which would allow him to add his own fingerprint to the system access whatever facilities as an original user was permitted to access. He added that Not only was the sheer scale of the breach shocking, the service is used in 1.5 million locations around the world, but the nature of the data leak will have future consequences. You can change your passwords, but you can't change your fingerprint. Rodham said that the team made numerous attempts to get in touch with Suprema before taking their findings to the press, but have not yet had a response. However, Suprema's head of marketing, Andy Ann, told The Guardian that the company had made an in depth evaluation of VPN meters research and would let customers know if there was a threat. If there has been any definite threat on our products and our services, we will take immediate action and make the appropriate announcement to protect our customers' valuable business assets, he said. The vulnerability has since been closed. Go ahead. What you want to say, Ms. Devil's Advocate?
All I'm going to say is this. We've had so many privacy laws and stuff come into play to where they can't force you to unlock your phone, um, unless it's like, they have a warrant for something. You get pulled over, they can't make you unlock your phone. Um, Things like this make you play the other side and say, well, how do we know it's not an inside job? And say, hey, well, since now people are protected and they don't have to let us into devices, we can let ourselves in. It's kind of like having back doors into phones, but I can unlock your phone right in front of you if I already got the access.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary. I'm not saying, hey, the world is against us now, but that's the first thought that came to mind when I read this. It was just like, oh, so this is the workaround to legally you don't have to unlock your phone. No,
Yeah.
you don't when they can unlock it for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like they said in the end of this, you can change your password, but you can't change
That was the
your
line. You can't change your
fingerprint.
fingerprints.
And I remember Juan Bagnell. Um, he has a podcast, and one time he was talking about this. It was about a year ago, actually, that he talked about this. He says he doesn't think that the password should be our biometrics. The login, the username should be our biometric. And then the password should be like an actual password or a pattern or something like that. Because um and we leave our DNA everywhere. He said, we
Yeah,
leave our DNA when we touch things and whatnot, so it's really not that hard to create something, rubberized, that feels like a human thumbprint or whatever, and it'll work.
right. That's the whole workaround to, like, when they bring you in to interview you at the police department and they say, hey, would you like anything to eat or drink?
Mm,
Sure, I want a soda, I want some water. Yeah, where are you going to throw that away at when you leave the interview? The
mm,
police station. Like, oh,
yeah.
we'll take care of that for you. Of course we will.
Oh,
But
they'd
a
love
lot
to
of
take
people
care of
don't
that for you.
think. Or I've seen cases where people were followed around and whatnot. And you go eat in a public place, they can go through the trash and get your plastic, cutlery that you used at Sabaros or whatever.
Yeah.
But people don't really think, well, some really good criminals do think like, okay,
Yeah.
over the top. But most people aren't thinking like that.
Yeah, I think it's really weird though, the way Suprema was acting. How they're trying, the guy Rodham was like, I'm not trying to go to the public with this. I'm telling them, but they're not getting back to me. Like, I'm telling them what's going on. And okay, good, they closed it, but people who probably have their data in here
I was
are
gonna say
finding
it's after
about
the
this on
fact.
Gadget and the Guardian and stuff like that. Like, that's not how it should be.
It's like, yeah, if this happened, we're gonna protect our customers. Well, are you protecting these people for the rest of their lives? Like,
Yeah,
what's
a
gonna
lot of
happen?
people too.
Yeah, it's
At
not.
this point, everybody should just get free credit monitoring service, everyone, whoever they're born, because there's always going to be a breach of some kind. Everybody in the world should just have free credit monitoring services. That's my
well,
guess.
well, you go into that, and then you get into talks about free healthcare and stuff, and hey, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah. But at least something is getting done, and even though you cannot prevent everything, you can try to make it as preventable as possible,
It's
and
scary. It's like
And
every
that's what
time
we're
one of these
trying to
stories
get at.
drops, it's just like, oh, it's scary. What's next?
Yeah.
If you thought
Especially when
this
it
was
comes to
bad,
technology.
if you thought this was bad, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, definitely is. So we definitely leave links to the articles and everything so you guys can check it out on your own. But I found that very fascinating. I think this is the first time I've ever heard of a data breach where it had to do with biometrics. So it's like I knew that was gonna happen, but I'm
Yeah,
still
you
like,
always get
oh
these
man.
Social security numbers and your credit card information from different like Targets and Walmarts, but it's just
Hmm.
like, oh yeah, we got your stuff. We got your fingerprints. We got stuff you can't change.
Yeah,
Scary.
it's the worst.
So now everybody's scared.
Yeah, I'm not scared anymore. I know that's weird to say. Like, I guess I should be scared. I'm more appalled than scared because I feel like everyone's stuff is getting breached. That it's like nothing new, to be honest with you. Um, I already have a twin sister, so I'm used to having somebody out there that looks like me.
You're used to somebody having your biometrics, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I would like to thank you before we go into the
Oh,
next
okay.
article. Stop, not tech woes yet. But before we go into the next article, I will say that I have been celebrating my birthday for a while. So Catwoman, the majority of these articles, well, all of these articles, maybe besides maybe the last one, she found them all her own, and they are excellent articles this week. So thank you for doing that because I'm
Oh, you're
lazy.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're not lazy. You living your best life. That's what you're doing.
I'll grow up next week. Okay, I promise.
Okay. All right. So UPS has been delivering cargo in self-driving trucks for months, and no one knew.
I
No
didn't know
one
this at
knew.
all. Yeah.
I didn't know either. Well, I guess they don't want to tell people probably because they don't want people to be scared, you know. But before we even get into the article, and my husband is a truck
I
driver,
was gonna
right?
say, coming from somebody married to a truck driver, how does this article make you feel?
I don't want to get into conspiracy territory, but it does remind me of the fact that he's been saying that there hasn't been any freight. There isn't hasn't been a lot of freight for him and his
I have
partner,
a close
and he
friend that
doesn't
drives
understand
trucks
why.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the freight has been low for him too.
Yep.
Yeah, and this could be the reason why, because they're slowly implementing it out there. And he says that he's not really scared not threatened by this at all because you're still gonna need trucks for areas where the roads are really bad and they don't
I
keep
was
them
gonna
fit.
say they will need truck drivers, but the fact that it's like we won't need as many.
Yes.
Like,
And that's always the thing. And I equate this to travel agents. Remember where there was just like businesses of travel agents and
yeah,
stuff like that? But then when, Orbits came out or you could book your stuff online or there was packages and stuff, like where did all those travel agents go? You know?
listen, I've been my friend's travel agent for a while. Like everybody asks me, can you find me a flight? Can you find me this? Can you find me that? Because everything's available. It's just readily right there. So
Hmm.
yeah, you can Trivago, you can kayak, you can, there's so many sites that you can go through. It might take me 30 minutes to find a good flight, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
find the lowest flight I can find. And I'm gonna go through 5 sites if it takes that to find it.
And you use incognito mode, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's how you
yeah.
got to do it. Get out
You can't do
incognito
it with
mode so
the
let me
cookies
checking your
going. Yeah.
cookies.
When the cookies are popping off, you're gonna get those higher prices. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did when I was looking for my package to go to New York with Eric to check out the Unpacked event. I sat down and it took me about 30 minutes to find the
Yeah.
best deal.
You can't
And
just sit down and say this is it. You have to
yeah,
look.
yeah, you have to look, double look. I was even checking to see how far away the hotel was from the event. Like I was planning out the trip and then,
I
but
do the
yeah, it was
same thing
about
with
30
phones.
minutes.
And people say, well, how do you find these crazy deals? And I was like, I can give you some of my information, but I'm not trying to make more competition for myself when I go looking. So,
Yeah, you got to leave a little mystery for yourself.
Mhm.
So on to this article.
Back to
So
the
it says,
article.
yeah. So it says here, the self-driving freight truck startup, too simple. Like the way they spell
Wow.
it. TU Simple. Too Simple has been carrying mail across the state of Arizona for several weeks. Arizona has good roads, right?
I was gonna say it's very remote. Like it's not like crowded and a lot of traffic. It's
So
Arizona.
that yeah, that'd be the perfect guinea pig.
Yeah.
UPS announced on Thursday that its venture capital arm has made a minority investment in Too Simple. The announcement also revealed that since May, Too Simple autonomous trucks have been hauling UPS loads on a 115-mile route between Phoenix and Tucson. UPS confirmed to Gizmodo this is the first time UPS has announced it has been using Too Simple autonomous trucks to deliver packages in the state. Around the same time as the UPS Too Simple program began, the United States Postal Service and Too Simple publicized a 2-week pilot program to deliver mail between Phoenix and Dallas, a 1,000-mile trip. And that's usually the route that he goes on. He'll go up to let me not say his route so nobody will try to find him. But yeah, it's usually around that around that area. Oh my goodness. Yes, they are tapping into his pockets,
Right.
which is my pockets too. Okay,
Right.
Too Simple claims it can cut the average cost of shipping in a tractor trailer by 30%. And that's about how he's lost about a third of his paycheck. In an announcement about the new partnership, UPS Ventures managing partner Todd Lewis said the venture arm collaborates with startups to explore new technologies and tailor them to help meet our specific needs. UPS would not share the terms of the deal with Gizmodo. Too Simple did not immediately respond to a request for comment. As The Verge reports, Too Simple puts its own autonomous tech, which relies on 9 cameras and 2 LiDAR sensor in Navistar vehicles. The partnership announcement states that Too Simple has been helping UPS understand how to get to level 4 autonomous driving, where a vehicle is fully autonomous and able to reach a particular location. At this point, the Too Simple trucks carry packages for UPS, carrying packages for UPS, still have an engineer and a safety driver riding along. When UPS reaches level 4, it won't need anyone behind the wheel. So
Yes,
that's the end.
and I know we're not playing this, but they have a video attached to this article that lets you
Mm-hmm.
watch, them with the people riding inside, not doing anything.
They're just chilling.
Yeah.
They're probably listening to our podcast. No, I'm kidding. They're just straight
But
up chilling while the car is just
but
driving
they're
on its
gonna be out of
own.
jobs too, like they're testers, like
Mm-hmm.
basically
Yeah.
crash test dummies. Like they're just
I
riding.
think I think though they should at least have one person on there because okay, it has 9 cameras. What if there's a hailstorm and like one camera goes
Well, this
down?
is this the video is autonomous truck drives into storm. So
Yeah,
this is not like just regular life. This is a storm in this video, which
yeah,
I'm gonna come back and watch, but it seems pretty interesting.
yeah. Obviously, we have the link down below so that people can check it out. But okay, yes, it's taking away jobs, but it's still pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Because being a truck, even though yeah, okay, it might take away jobs, being a truck driver does a lot on your body. Sitting down is really bad for you health wise, you know and so though it might take jobs away from people who drive trucks, there's going to be other things that people can do. There's always going to be other things that people can do, and I'm still excited about this technologically wise. How do
Mm.
you feel about it?
I like the tech side of it. I don't like anything that's gonna take. It's kind of like, okay, you know what it makes me think about a little bit. It makes me think about when we went to McDonald's while I was there,
Yeah,
and we had to place our orders on
yeah.
the kiosk. And I'm
Hmm.
like, how long is it gonna be before you only have like one or two people working in the whole McDonald's because everything's gonna be managed by machines.
But okay, if we play devil's advocate. Well,
Okay.
I'm not even devil's advocate. I'm just gonna
Okay.
say it. We
Okay.
had wonderful customer service.
We did, but I'm saying
The
like that's
staff was
because you
so
have
friendly
extra
and nice
people
to
in the
us.
store. But once
Yeah.
they get it up and running to the point where they don't need those people there anymore, you'll have
Hmm.
maybe 2 people in there just to make sure that the electronics are running like they're supposed to.
Well, hopefully they won't take that little. I mean, yeah, they're going to their bottom line most
Yeah.
likely. But we did have really good customer service. They came by, they gave us stickers, they were checking up on us. I'm like, is this a 4-star restaurant? We just have
But
Mickey
see,
D's,
I've been to the ones in New York that didn't have that many employees, where you put your order in at the kiosk and there are a couple people behind the counter and that's it.
And it was like Go City.
Yeah. Besides the people who were there eating,
Mm. They're probably gonna get rid of the whole register part to begin with. Just gonna
Right.
be a
You
door.
put your cash in and your change gonna come out, or you're gonna use your card. That's gonna be it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like that at Walmart too, as well.
I kind of like
They've
not
closed
dealing
down
with
so
people.
many lanes. Huh?
I like being able to check myself out.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that peace of mind.
Because sometimes people are scanning. You're like, could you hurry up? I have other things to do.
Yeah, I think like the main time you should really go to a cash register, or like see a person, is if you're like couponing or something, and you're like, or you have a rain check or something
Yeah.
like that. Like that's when you really need like a human to go in and override stuff and make sure that, yeah.
I do feel the heat for the truck drivers though. It's kind of like talking to people who say they've flown planes. They say a
Mhm.
lot of it is automated now. Like the pilot is still flying the plane. He's making sure that everything that's supposed to go right goes right. But a
Mhm.
lot of planes basically correct themselves. And that's why that whatever the max plane it was overcorrecting,
Yeah.
overriding the pilots. And that's why they were crashing. So
Mhm.
it's just like the more you get into transportation and things doing themselves, like these self-parking cars and everything else, it's
Mhm.
like less of us, more computers, more, and it's amazing, but then it's scary.
It is. But I want to be an AI. I'm a weirdo. Like I'm ready. I want like a super computer brain and stuff. I know you're looking down like what? Yeah.
Okay, iRobot.
Like I want to know everything. I want to be useful. Like that's just, I don't know. Like I love knowledge, and so the more I think
But
about
the way your brain
technology,
works, and I don't mean this in any kind of way, like you think like nobody else I've ever met in life. So you're not an AI, you're not AI material. Like they'd be like, well, why is my computer doing this?
it's like, oh,
If
we
you've
like this
ever
for you.
experienced Catwoman in a chat in a live stream, her questions are not like, well, what did you do today? Or how are you doing? It's just like, if you could be a superhero, what color jeans would you wear tomorrow? And it's just like, huh?
Yeah, that's why I like that we can incorporate it in this
Right.
podcast
You can be
where.
yourself. And it's just like, it is what it is. But I can appreciate it. I can appreciate it fully. Because it makes me
Yeah,
think, I like thinking outside of the box.
yeah, same here. I wanna I wanna be the box, and then I want to be outside the box.
Yeah.
I
Then I
want
want
to
to be the
transcend.
materials used to make the box.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you know me so well. All right, so here we have another article. This one is just so funny. I love it. So a hilarious tweet went viral for seemingly being sent from a teenager's LG smart fridge, but there are questions about whether it's real. Okay, so the tweet that the girl actually put out is, I don't know if this is going to tweet. I'm talking to my fridge. What the heck? My mom confiscated all of my electronics again. And then it's labeled LG Smart Refrigerator. So essentially what happened here is this girl got her technology confiscated from her mom. So she actually uses the LG Smart Refrigerator as her last resort. She'll use was it a 3DS or something like that? I'll go through the tweets, but
Yeah,
she'll
it
use
says,
other electronics, and
yeah,
her
they
mom
said
will
she
take it
used
away from her, and then she'll go
3DS,
from something else,
the
and then her
Wii,
mom will take it.
Nintendo DS, and iPhone. So they've shown
Mm-hmm.
numerous items that she's used. I've never seen an LG smart TV refrigerator. I have seen the Samsung, and I
Mm-hmm.
was blown away. Like, I was at a friend's house and she was playing music. She wasn't tweeting or anything, but I was just like, ah, I like things like that.
Yeah.
It was just like, yeah, she's making a playlist because we're getting ready to go out. Like, people are getting dressed or whatnot. And I'm just sitting there just looking at the TV, at the refrigerator, like, this is really nice.
Yeah.
But
This is what the LG TV looks like. So it has like a really large panel on one of the doors, and then the freezer's at the bottom.
the
I wonder if
Samsung
you.
is very similar. I don't know if the freezer's at the bottom, but it's a really large panel on one side of it where you
Mm-hmm.
do everything and you want to do on it.
Does it have social media on there?
Well, and that's what they were saying about this LG. They said is it would be possible to tweet from the browser, but there's no Twitter app on the refrigerator. So
Yeah. So it
to
would have said from like Chrome or something. How is it
right.
that? But the thing is that she can't change the part that says
They
from
said
LG.
no, they said that's easily changed.
How
Like
can you
down in the
change that?
article. Huh?
How can you change that?
Well, they're young. They're smarter than us. But they said something about, I was just reading that part. They said I was trying to find where I just read it. There's
Mm-hmm.
no such handle as this LG smart fridge thing that
Mm-hmm.
she had at the bottom. So that was clearly made some kind of way.
I like that people started a hashtag for her. Free Dorothy.
And the Twitter actually tweeted out, and so did LG.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when companies just like let loose and not be so serious and just like engage
Oh,
in
shout
the
out to
wackiness.
Wendy's because I love their social media.
Me too.
Right now, Popeyes is going in on Wendy's because Popeyes is the king of chicken sandwiches, if you don't know anything about that. But I've not
Yeah.
tried one personally. I've just seen Twitter going crazy. And they said Popeyes employees get angry now when you come to order said chicken sandwich. One of my favorite YouTubers to follow reviews food, and he reviewed this chicken sandwich a while ago, and I was just like, oh, I need to try that. But now everybody named Mom is out here trying to find this chicken sandwich. So,
Well, I don't
oh.
like spicy stuff, so that's not something I would be a judge of.
So
Like
they don't
everybody
have
else can judge
regular
that.
chicken. Kind of like our Bojangles has spicy, but then they have the Southern style, which isn't spicy.
But it
So
just has like flavor.
what?
It just has flavor.
Yeah, it's just a good chicken sandwich. It's not. I'm gonna burn both ends.
Mm-hmm.
I like
What
spicy.
I back to these tweets though. What I think is so funny is that she just keeps ratting on herself. She's like, I'm on this right now. And then her mom takes it. I'm on this right now. And then her mom takes it. It's like, why are you ratting yourself out? Like, kids right now, they're so emboldened. And some people are like, maybe it's just herself and her saying that her mom took away her stuff. Like, who
Hey,
knows?
and she's a big Ariana Grande fan, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's
maybe
one way to promote
attention
Ariana
seeking
Grande.
behavior. I don't know.
Maybe she gets it from her. Don't put no donuts around her.
So if you had said device in your house, being you have two young ladies in the house,
Mhm.
do you feel like you'd have to block the ability to be able to get out if you wanted to punish them and not allow them to have social media? I know your
Mhm.
girls are mostly gamers, but if they were on the other edge of this and like, oh, my world revolves around Twitter,
Mhm.
how do you feel like you could discipline or whatever if you got
I
one of these
have to, as I do it now with obviously the video games because they have friends and stuff like that. And one time my daughter was like, "Well, I have to do a tournament." I'm like, "Should have done the dishes. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's your fault. Tell them you let them down. It is what it is. and it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, you have to listen to your mom. It's like every kid gets in trouble and then has to be away from electronics or social media for a while. It's normal. I feel like that's just what happens to kids now, and it happens to all the kids.
Yeah, I get it. Because it's just like I have my podcast and I live stream on Wednesdays. And there's a certain level of respect. Even though my son is my child, he's a very respectful child. So
Mm-hmm.
if I know he's gonna go live on Instagram, if
Mm-hmm.
I thought if he has his clothes that certain things I do for him, or like if I'm giving him his clothes to fold or whatever, and it's during that time frame, he's
Yeah.
good about as soon as I give him something, he's gonna do it. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna bust up in the middle of his live stream and say, "Hey, I need you to put these away right now." So
Oh,
it's the
not me. I
same
don't
way.
care.
Huh?
Not me. I don't care. You're in the middle of a
I know
game.
you
Hey,
do,
you need to
but
do this.
it's a
I'm
level
in
of
the
respect
middle of
we have for
a
one
game.
another. So it's just like he could come busting in here right now and say, "Hey, I want X, Y, and Z," and I'm like, "Da, da, 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 don't you see I'm over here doing this?" It's a certain level of respect thing. He's getting older, so I
Yeah.
respect the fact that he's 17. He's about to be 18. Now, if
Yeah.
he's on punishment or something, then no,
Yeah.
you don't have those kind of privileges. No,
Mm-hmm.
but if he's got a certain time frame, he has something scheduled for, and I decide to do something that's gonna incorporate, if it's a regular duty, by all means,
Yeah.
like he feeds the dogs. So
Yeah.
if you're supposed to feed the dogs at X time, I don't want to see you going live at X time. You need to feed
Yeah.
the dogs first. But if
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I kind of just did out of the blue, I'm like, yo, I'll send them a message and say, hey, I left the clothes outside your room. I'm gonna need you to have those put up as soon as you finish.
Yeah.
And it's done.
Yeah. That's usually where the conflict comes in, where they were supposed to do something and they didn't do it.
Yeah,
So
I
it's like
respect that.
you're playing video games instead. It's like I'll tell you.
But his thing is like he's very schedule oriented. So, it's kind of like with him being down here, it's just like, oh my God, I'm not feeding the dogs. I'm not going to get paid. It's kind of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if he has a time for something, it's going to get done in that time frame. He's better than me with
Yeah. So let me go ahead and pull up
it.
the phone price being too high. So it's a Facebook video.
Okay. So this was kind of a funny. This is something I ran across due to my brother. Um, we talk about $1,000 phones. We talk about $2,000 phones and things of that nature, right? And we say, wow, these prices are high. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So before I even watched that video, well, after I watched that video, I sent it out to somebody. And they responded with, did you check the price of the very first cell phone that was released? The very first phone that was released was $5 from 4,000. So
$340.
$3,995 for the very first cell phone that was released. And
Just $7.99 with Radio Shack.
this was in
Authorized access.
1983.
Mm-hmm.
So here we sit in 2019 and we're like, now I'm not by any means saying that, hey, phones should be $4,000 again. But I'm saying we've come a long way because this video here is a throwback video that was posted 2 years ago talking about getting a phone at $800 from the Radio Shack. And these are
Mm-hmm.
the big clunkers. Like you could knock
Yeah.
me out with these bad boys.
Look at her. She's at a wedding like,
Sorry for those on the
Guys, like,
podcast, but I mean, oh my God, this is like you're saving $340 on a $799 phone.
yeah. And look, it has like backup batteries in it and stuff.
Well, and some of these are like the bag phones. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
why my brother sent it to me and my mom, because my mom had a bag phone. But if you ever talked to somebody on a bag phone, that was the clearest clarity you could have. Like it was like talking
Really?
on a house phone. It's not this breaking up and stuff we have now because the network is so clogged.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, man. I think technology has always been expensive, especially if you want to get the latest and greatest. It's just always going to be expensive. And I just feel like it's inevitable. And it's like, okay, if you feel like it's so expensive, just wait a year or wait 6 months. You don't
Well,
got to get it right now.
the biggest cop out was, oh, they have this phone for free. And I'm like, nothing is free.
Yeah,
Like,
nothing.
people kill me saying, yeah, I'll just get the free phone. When they had the free phone, when they had contracts. I was like, you're
Hmm.
signing a contract so you can pay them that money for that phone over the period of the contract. So, but I saw how companies were losing out on that, and they were like, screw this. Y'all gonna
Yeah,
just pay for the phone.
includes car mount. Come on into your car.
But hey, we
Oh my
struggled.
goodness.
Look, bag phones, they were in a bag, they laid in the middle console, you were good to go. Now we're like,
Hmm.
let's hang the phone up somewhere. Like if you put it too far up here, the sun is going to be exposed. I mean, it's so many ways the vents, you can tear up your air vents hanging phones from 'em.
Yes,
What
that's
kind of
very
car
true.
mount do you use?
I use the one that clips on the vent. Right, it's a
Uh,
wireless charging one.
Mine goes in my disc changer.
Oh, okay. Word.
So that's the
I've
only
seen
one I
those.
found for me that actually works.
Hmm.
Air vent ones never worked for me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch it because it comes with a second part where you could
Mhm.
just do a suction because it's been hot, and so we've been taking off the vent, taking it
Yeah,
off the vent
that
because
was
it's
my
hot,
problem. Yeah.
and so I think we're gonna go to the suction cup one, um, and see how that works, and then put it back when it gets cold, you know. But it's Florida. The cold doesn't live that long here.
No, it doesn't. Right. Well, my favorite category this week. I am being
Yeah,
so sarcastic right now.
my veil of protection didn't work on you. I'm so sorry.
Yes, because last week you put a veil of protection over me. So I want to hold you accountable for my dropping the self. I dropped my laptop after Wednesday's live stream, and it didn't go too well. Like I thought it was just going to be external damage when I first picked it up. And then I really looked at it and then I opened it, and like the laptop I'm on right now, streaming on, I can almost stick my finger through the hole in the screen. Like it is that bad. So as of now, I have mailing tape over my screen and I have a replacement laptop that should be showing up Friday. But
Yeah. So this the
this
masking tape you got on it.
that's mailing tape. Yes,
Oh,
but you can see the frame is actually coming apart from like I can get to my motherboard so easily right now.
girl,
It's so bad.
that's
But
the whole.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, but if you yeah, and then the last one there that go up a little bit with the mouse, there is the and to the left, like that's the hole, the little gray area.
Right here.
No, come over here. There's a gray area. Come down a little bit. Okay, you're going too fast.
I'm sorry.
There's a
Move your mouse. Oh wait, you can't.
My mouse is on it right now. How about that?
I can't see your mouse.
But there's an actual crack that is
Right here.
darn near the top of the screen, and it's gray, and it looks like a triangle. And so that's actually where you can stick your finger into the screen.
A triangle. It was the Illuminati that did it.
So yes, right as of right now, I have tape over my screen but everybody keeps asking, "Oh, what laptop are you getting?" I'm getting the exact laptop I had before. It's a Huawei Matebook D, and I
Hmm.
absolutely totally love it. And so
Hmm.
it's fast. Um, it looks like a MacBook. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's a MacBook, bootleg MacBook." I'm like, no, it runs Windows. Like, how is it a bootleg MacBook? Windows
You know.
10, and it's worked for me well. This is the
Yeah.
first time I've ever dropped an expensive piece of equipment, but I've dropped phones. I guess I've dropped phones that cost more, but I haven't broken any phones. So
Yeah.
any
That's
drops
good.
I've had, everything survived. So this is the first time I've murdered something. And
Ooh.
Yeah, I have ghost touches on the whole right side of my screen. So right now I'm talking on a minimal screen, so I don't get
Yeah,
and I just got to make it through today and tomorrow screen wise, and I'm good until next week. Well, until Friday when my replacement comes. So
nice.
shout
Is it
out to
expensive, the laptop?
hmm.
Is it expensive?
Oh no, okay. In all fairness, this laptop I got from a reviewer, and I think I paid 425 or 450 for it, and my
Oh.
replacement is 450 with upgraded memory. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually upgrading for the same price, but I'm gonna look to try to sell this bad boy for parts or something because I mean it's
Yeah.
still got good parts to it. So
Mm-hmm.
because it's running, but
Yeah, that's smart.
I don't want to use it anymore. I will clear it out, and I've even had some people tell me that they know they could sell it. So
Mm-hmm.
more power to them. I'll even give them a cut if they sell it. Like, but it's gotta go. I don't. I'm. I've taken some hardware classes. I've put some computers together. Laptops. That's a whole nother ball game, and that's
Yeah,
not something
I've
I'm
taken
very
apart
good.
laptops. It's no joke.
Yeah, but this again, I'm dealing with a Huawei product, and I'm like, how many of these products going to be here
Yeah.
versus, nah, not my thing.
And then if you want to take it somewhere to get repaired, they're like, I don't want to touch that. It's one way.
Yeah, yes, Huawei. Then Trump's gonna come knocking at my door, like, okay, what you trying to run in here? You got two of those bad boys and a phone.
Who you spying on?
Mm.
And then there's another tech quote here from
Oh,
you. This camera
yes.
update after phone shootout.
Okay, I started my phone shootout as soon as I got here to the beach. Was going pretty good. Like I was like, yeah. I mean, nobody was blowing anybody out of the water. To me, they were neck and neck. Like this phone did this better, this phone did that better, you know. But last night I'm sitting at dinner. I'm like, okay. I was like, oh, my phone got an update. Was so excited. P30 Pro got an update. I was so excited, didn't even look at what the update was for. So I got a tweet from somebody said, well, what did it update? And I said, you know what? I don't even know. So somebody else responded from the UK, followed up and said, hey, here's a screenshot. It updated the fingerprint scanner, which was
Oh.
already lightning fast,
Mm-hmm.
and photography enhancements. It did what? Like I'm not doing that shootout again. So I've been tweeting people like, stop voting. For one, I wanted people to stop voting after I revealed what the phones were anyway, because people are gonna have their bias, you know.
That's
Ooh,
what I started voting.
yeah, Catwoman starts voting after the fact. It's like I know she would be honest, but some people are like, okay, I'm gonna vote for the Samsung because it's a Samsung, or I'm gonna vote for the Huawei because it's an import. No,
Yeah, I was just being silly.
just
They were
vote.
both good.
They both did take great shots. My very favorite shot is from the Samsung though, and I'm
Mhm.
honest. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, Huawei kicked his butt" because I love Huawei. I like Huawei as a company. I love Huawei as a company, but that Samsung shot, the one that's just right off my balcony, that like was at dusk or whatever, with the sun in the
Mhm.
background. Oh, you wouldn't even thought I was in South Carolina. That looked like I was in Florida somewhere. Like
Yeah,
it
that's what I thought. I'm like,
was
oh, she went to Florida, and she didn't tell me.
I had people ask me, like, "Are you in Destin?" And I was like, "No." It was an awesome picture.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is the location next to me. Okay, history about Myrtle Beach. Years ago, uh, they didn't let blacks come to the main area of Myrtle Beach, so they had Atlantic Beach, which was where all the black people went to the beach, as if the water didn't wash down there where the white people went. But neither here nor there. When my parents went to the beach, they went to Atlantic Beach. So Atlantic Beach has been mostly bought up, and North Myrtle Beach, which is the nicer, bougier area, has left 3, maybe 4 blocks of Atlantic Beach. The hotel I'm sitting in now is sitting right next to where Atlantic Beach would be. There's not really a barricade, but it's just like land right here. The water doesn't the area doesn't go. I can't drive down the street and drive into an Atlantic Beach. I have to go back out to the main road and come back in. But the area right next to me is Atlantic Beach. And so for that area to look nice Not to say it can't look nice because
Hmm.
they still have houses and stuff over there.
Is
But
this the one you're talking about?
that's not the picture. It's a picture, the sun shots. So yeah, here. This is Atlantic Beach. Okay, that's the Huawei picture. If you go over to the other picture, this picture. These
Yeah.
the area in the back where you see all the buildings or whatnot. One of
Hmm.
those buildings doesn't have a roof right now. But if you
Oh,
look at this
really?
picture, you can't even tell. Like,
Mm,
so yeah, that's Atlantic Beach. And
it's
so
pretty.
yeah. But again, I'm not saying it can't look pretty. It's just like it's not as commercial as Myrtle Beach. Like you don't see any big hotels on those 3 or 4 blocks.
Hmm.
People park for free and go to the beach from there. And they're
Yeah.
all like houses there. So people actually live in that area versus I'm in a big condo commercial area where, everybody's spending money to stay here. Oh, food. But yeah, I was really disappointed in the night mode on the Samsung. But
Yeah.
I took that picture
It's
two
kind
or
of
three
grainy.
times. I said, okay, this can't be night mode. That's the only
It's
picture I
grainy
took
mode.
more than once. That's the only one. Because people
Yeah.
are like, why did the Huawei shot come out worse than the Samsung on that one? I said, because I just did a point and shoot. You tap the screen so it
Yeah.
focuses. I didn't even do that. I was like, pew, pew.
Point and shoot.
Yeah. Because
Right up
most
there.
people, that's what they're gonna do.
Hmm.
All that, oh well, get together, let me tap the screen 2 or 3 times. No, they're gonna point and shoot.
Hmm.
And yes, somebody told me on one of the pictures, oh, well, your camera was smudged, as if I don't wipe the camera off every time I took a picture.
They used that one on easy before.
I got a tweet that said that, and I was like, I wipe the cameras off every time I took pictures. I knew it was a shootout.
Yeah.
So, FYI, I did wipe the screen off every time I took pictures. I think there's a happy medium between these two pictures. That's
Uh-huh.
where it needed to be. I feel like the
Yeah.
Huawei had too many colors, and I felt like the Samsung didn't have enough
It was
colors.
black. Yeah, it was bland.
My
Yeah.
eggs were not that white, yet they weren't that yellow.
Hmm.
But then somebody said, well, what color was the table? And I'm like, you know what? I don't even remember. Was it
I
orange
know
or
because it
pink?
looks red on the Samsung and then orange on the Huawei.
I can't even remember.
That's so weird.
But I mean, me and my son go there for dinner too, so I should be back in there soon, so I'll be able to tell. But
Oh, that's good. You'll
yeah,
even answer them.
it was LB asked, and I'm like, I was like, but look at the omelet. That was my problem. I was like, my omelet wasn't white. I didn't have it made out of egg whites. Like it
Hmm.
literally had eggs in it. But ah, this is fun. The audience answers.
Audience answers. So I'm pulling up everybody's audience answers right now. We had a good amount. We have 5 people answer the question. Most of the comments on the first podcast was, I subbed. It's like, thanks. Answer the question.
I'm the replay crew. That was the other post we got a lot of.
Yeah, that was from Tech for Your Knees. That was so cute.
Like everybody's the replay crew. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. The last one here.
Was unlock custom droid your favorite answer? That's what I think.
Yeah, his was really sweet. His was really sweet. So his was, if I was a superhero, I would set a GoFundMe for question mark, question mark, question mark. I don't know, maybe Batman's son. And then I want to know, would you want to keep your identity a secret? Oh, maybe I should tell people what the question was last week. So last week's question is, if you were a superhero, would you set up a funding for yourself, like PayPal, Cash App,
Yeah, because we
something
want to
like
know
that?
which one you would use. And
Yeah.
then she followed up behind that and said, would you want people to know your identity?
Yeah, because he says he would, instead of having something that would pay him directly, he would unlock custom droid said he would rather have a GoFundMe for a person. And then he said, maybe Batman's son. And I'm like, would you want your identity to be kept a secret? And he said, Batman's son would definitely need to GoFundMe page based on the factor of who is that is, so he could basically save up money and go on and live on his own. So he wouldn't want his, if he was a superhero, he wouldn't want his son to be in the crossfire of it. So he would set up, if he was to set up something, it would be an account so that he can give it to his son when he gets older and he can go off and live his life. That's so sweet.
I like Grant's answer.
Okay, let me pull up Grant. He said, I accept Amazon or Starbucks gift cards.
Starbucks for life.
Yo.
That's where I'm at. I was like, oh, I use both of those all the time. Grant.
Yes. And then we have Sneed Mobile Tech said, PayPal doesn't take fees from donations. So that's my preference as a creator. That would be really cool.
Yeah, I think I mentioned, like, depending on how people pay, sometimes PayPal tries to take their cut.
Mm-hmm. But if he says that if you set it up as a donation, they don't take it. They don't take a fee out. So that's cool. Jay Will said, PayPal for sure. And then Tech Love and Mama said, due to always trying to help people, probably not. So she wouldn't set up a funding for herself.
But she would accept.
She wouldn't ask for such things, but she would accept gifts, probably.
Okay.
Winky face. So she'd rather ask for physical goods. She'd not ask, but she'd rather receive physical goods than money.
Well, then I play devil's advocate and say, what if somebody tries to poison you or something through something they've given you?
Well, you have superpowers.
I'm always thinking on the dark side. I've seen everything. I'm like, argh.
Can you donate me a house?
Then the axe murders in the back, like, see? I will find a way to twist it in my mind, some sort of way. Like, they had
very careful.
We had a victim send cookies or something to the office one time, and I was like, well, her case came back not guilty, and y'all eating them cookies? Maybe I'm thinking she put all kinds of X-Lax or something in there.
So moving on to the audience question is, which company owns a majority of your digital soul? So I believe that aside from the soul that we have, we also have a digital soul because we have our own persona online. Go ahead, Kimmy.
No. I mean, I think everybody knows mine, and I can't get past it because people are like, oh, well, Kim, Kimmy is Huawei. And I'm like, y'all do know I use other stuff.
Yeah.
But I do have, like, the laptop, the phone. Like, I have a 360 camera that I've never used, but it's Huawei. But, I mean, I do have other things. But I think I have so much other variety that I don't have, like I have a Samsung TV. And this 880 is probably the only two Samsung items I own.
Yeah.
So, you do that, and it's just like, okay, LG refrigerator. Like, when I sit and kind of piecemeal, I got a little bit of everything. Like, I sit here and say, oh, if Xiaomi's Foldable comes out, I'm getting a Xiaomi Foldable, I don't have any loyalty. I'm not loyal at all. It makes me feel like I'm not a good friend or something. I don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to be loyal, especially not in these days.
I like to try a lot of stuff. Just give me. I like labels, but then I like cheap stuff. Like the backpack I've been rocking. There's a website where I get all kinds of cheap stuff on Amazon for cheap. I got a backpack purse, and I'm looking at it. So this is some kind of Chinese brand that I can't even read. But the components of it, like I have zippers on the front.
Nice.
I have a zipper on the back. This compartment goes around your suitcase hand thingy. Holders on the top. Handles for you to put on your back.
Yeah.
And my phones, there are 2 pockets on each side.
Yeah.
So, and it has a place for you to put your charger thing, so it comes out of the hole right here.
Nice. Oh, and it's so pretty too. It's like a tech bag, but like for women.
$15.
Where'd you get it at? Wish?
Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Nice.
So it's just
I
like,
would say the company that has the majority of my digital soul is going to be YouTube. Yeah, because everything that
yeah,
even though
I'll
I buy
agree.
a whole bunch, yeah,
I'll agree. And I'm going to snitch and say that while I was there, I was like, this whole family lives off YouTube. Like,
yes.
I
Like
know
I need
YouTube.
to make sure to have a TV that can connect to YouTube here. My phone can connect to YouTube there. Like even like mics and stuff for live stream, it's all for YouTube. I love YouTube. Like I just everything about it. Like it just I see so many different types of people on there. I learn so many new things. It
The only
distracts
problem I
me.
have with Catwoman's obsession with YouTube is the fact that every time she sends me an article about current events, I heard about it yesterday. Because YouTube is not like right now when it comes to like
Mm-mm.
breaking news or news that happens. It's just
Mm-hmm.
like you're gonna get it tomorrow. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna need her to have some current events in her life. If something happens, she's gonna find out about it tomorrow. And it's gonna be
Yeah.
too late.
Because everybody's too busy getting their production up on their video and everything.
That woman, I need you to report here, here, and there. You're gonna be dead tomorrow, okay? So that's my only concern about your YouTube thing. But yeah, I have to agree.
Yeah.
I was thinking company. You were thinking like, but I don't really. Yeah, YouTube. I YouTube, and then like since I've been on vacation, I've tuned into a live stream or two, but I've missed out on a lot. When I'm out of town, I'm not big on YouTube like that.
Well, that's fine. It's good to disconnect sometimes.
Your ass is not. You are not disconnecting.
No, I'm always connected. There was a point in time when I didn't have a cell phone after having a cell phone for a while. And I had no money to the point where I didn't even have internet.
Right.
I was so depressed. I was so depressed for like 6 months that I didn't have the internet. And I was having a conversation with my sister and I told her, I'm addicted to the internet.
Oh,
I
everybody.
am. I'm mainly addicted to YouTube.
I want to ask this because I was on a boat this time last year. I was on a cruise. I met you a year ago in some days. So the thing that I posted on my Instagram with my Apple Watch telling me happy birthday every time I do the pull down screen, like that's new to me. Like I didn't notice it last year. Don't know if it was available last year. Okay. I'm gonna look past that. I logged into Google today. Like, well, I didn't even log in. I pulled up google.com and I have Google there in candles. And I was like, oh, is it somebody else's birthday? And so I hover over it with my mouse and it's like, happy birthday, Gadget Goddess. Y'all stalking. Like, I was concerned because I wasn't on the internet last year. So I don't know if it would have did that last year or not.
Yeah.
So it does that on your birthday? Like Google is...
I've never seen that. And I go on Google all the time. I've never seen that happen.
Well, I wanted to record it. Like, oh my God, it's sitting there in candles. And I clicked on it. And all it says is things about August the 20th. But if I just hover over it, it's with my mouse, it says happy birthday, Gadget Goddess. I'm like, okay, this is weird. Like, I'm going to log out for the day,
Yeah. I wonder what people's answers are going to be about it.
The digital soul, yeah.
Yeah, what company has their digital soul? It doesn't have to be like a tech company or something like that, but it's like, what app do you use the most? Some people, I bet it's like Instagram. Some people it's Twitter. I'm sure some people are like Samsung everything, or some people are like Apple everything.
That's a good example because I was having a conversation with a coworker, and she told me, she says she felt like she had an obsession with shopping. I know I do, but she says she prayed about it, and she has removed Amazon, Pinterest, eBay. She removed all these apps from her phone.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I was like, I'd probably lose my mind because the first, and she even said she took YouTube off. She says, because YouTube will turn you to like when you research something, it's like, oh, I need to buy this.
Yes. Yes. You'll get ads for it on YouTube.
I said, oh my God, what would I do if I didn't have access to these things? Because they help me find the things I need to buy cheaper than me going to the store. Like, that's the way I feel about it. Like the little black backpack I just showed you.
Yeah.
I'm not finding that for $15 nowhere.
Well, maybe she has it on her laptop. Does she? It just doesn't
Look,
have it so close to her, so she can't buy on an impulse. Look at you.
giving these things up, and I said, "Well, it's not lint." Like, but she says, "I need to stop." Like, and I understand hers is not like I need a tech bag thing. It's like I need to improve this in my house thing. So
Mm, mm,
she's not happy with her house, so she's always like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this wall out. I'm gonna make that." And her husband's like, "It's becoming an obsession,"
mm-hmm,
and I get it, but I said, to me, that's like stop watching HGTV and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah,
that's more or less when you get rid of Amazon as a whole, that eliminates so many other things that like save you money.
yeah.
I shop on Amazon, like I do my grocery shopping on Prime now. And I
What?
that's not always the cheapest route to go,
Mm-hmm.
but here's how I balance it out. If I go buy these things at Walmart, when I walk into Walmart, I'm going to see 5 other things that are cheap and I'm going to want to buy those things in the Walmart. If I buy
Yeah,
them on Amazon Prime now, I'm getting just the things I need because I don't see all the other stuff that's on sale.
exactly.
So, and then it's going to come to me. I'm lazy. I don't like going out as much as I used to. I'm good. So
That's
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 how I
that's very
rationalize
true.
it in my head.
That's very true. Do you find that doing your grocery shopping on Prime now is easier than going to the store? Like,
Depending
do
on
you?
there's certain things I'm not getting off Prime now.
Yeah.
But if like I buy bubbly water, like seltzer water, whatever, flavored carbonated water.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's comparable to what I'm going to pay at Target or Walmart, then why not?
Mm-hmm.
But like produce, no, I'm not. You're not picking my produce out for me, no.
Yeah.
But if it's like little frozen meals and things like that,
Yeah.
my vanilla, my not vanilla, my cupcake flavored goldfish crackers that I'm pressed to find in the store,
Mm-hmm.
Prime now.
Really, I've never heard of that. That
Cupcake
is a.
goldfish crackers.
Oh
I
my
can eat
goodness.
a bag in one setting.
You're gonna have to send me the link.
Yeah. I can do that, but I try not to buy those too much because, like I said, I can eat a whole bag in one setting. I put my
Hmm.
coworker on, and her husband loves them.
Yeah, that sounds delicious though. I like to try out new stuff. I actually re-upped on LeBaron's popcorn, LB's popcorn.
2 orders, I was done with him. I was like, I'm gonna be a complete fatty for the rest of my life. Fooling with
I'm
LeBaron.
gonna try to pace it out this time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, but
Once you open the
I
bag,
really want to.
once you open the bag, it's done.
Uh, I know, but I really want to do some commentary on it because I want people to know just how delicious these popcorns are. It's like they are so worth the price. It's amazing.
We have a local company that's their rates are kind of with his, but he has more flavors than they do.
Uh-huh.
So
I don't know anything about that here in the area, but I'm fine with just ordering and it coming in because probably if I probably went into a store, I would get way too much. Your face.
whew, if I had access to that locally, I'm so glad he's so far away.
Yeah.
I couldn't be Tana.
I know, right? Just moseying on over there.
Let me go get some of this popcorn. Featuring Gadget Goddess on 600-Pound Life. No.
Yeah, that
Well,
show is pretty. It really makes you like assess yourself. Like, whoa, whoa.
but as always, I had a ball this week, and I can't. I get to spend more time with you tomorrow. So I think we did this perfectly to where it's just like we get our us time today.
Mm-hmm.
And we're with the group tomorrow. So
Yeah.
hopefully, some of these people can float over there, and some of their people can float over here, and we
Mm-hmm.
can get up to 100 subs on YouTube. That would totally be awesome.
Yeah, because I would love the symmetry of the names of the URLs.
Yeah,
So basically, we're gadget chats everywhere.
yeah. And so it's just like, if we could get the change the URL. It could be Gadget Chats, and it's just like it's easier to put out to people and say, "Hey, just follow us on YouTube." They're like, we can't find you because we're still small. So it's just like,
Mhm.
if you can't find us, here's the URL.
Yeah. But we're very, very grateful that so far we're in a lot of places and people are going to be able to hear us out, and we can chat and talk about tech and everything like that. And I'm glad that you're having a wonderful birthday and you continue on having a wonderful birthday week.
Hey, I go home Friday, which is fine. Like 5 days is enough for me. 4 or 5 days.
Hmm.
Um, Monday, my son starts back to school. His first day of his last year, and
Yeah.
I tear up thinking about him graduating. So I'm gonna be a wreck
Oh.
when he does. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. Like expensive and awesome this year. So
Yeah.
he wants to go to
Absolutely.
a. He'll be down. Well, he'll be down with me sometime at the end of next year. He wants to go to Disney World after graduation, so
Yeah.
we shall come down. I
Hmm.
hope to be down before then. It's just we'll negotiate that and see what works for both of our schedules with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I am Catwoman,
And I'm Gadget Goddess.
and we're your homegirls of tech, talking here on the Gadget Chat podcast. See y'all next Tuesday. Bye.